Now, this is a question that has intrigued me a lot. On one side, I think that, actually, let me start with an example. I was consulting to a family business client, and he wanted to take a big decision worth, let's say, million dollar, let's say. Now, he was asking his employees to help him take that decision. And then one insight came to my mind, and I told him privately that the people that you're relying upon to take this decision, how can they take this decision? Because they themselves have never spent or seen this kind of a money on which you want them to take that decision. They cannot empathize or associate themselves with that particular situation. So he immediately agreed, and one or two people also got to know about this point of mine, which was a bit harsh, but they also agreed that this is a truth. So I got this insight from that example that a person needs to have a skin in the game. So, for example, if as a business owner you are deciding to open a new manufacturing plant in some location and that requires millions of dollars, and you're asking people whose salaries is in thousands of dollars, they have no skin in the game. They have, if the decision fails, it's a millions of dollars loss for the business owner, right? Or if it succeeds, then also they might not have a direct benefit from that. So there is no skin in the game. There is no stake that these people have. As a result, I'm not saying this is a truth, but this is a psychological point which will apply in a lot of cases. So basically, there is no, they will not be mindful when they are giving their inputs to that decision. They will not be inside the game. They will be just, if I give a harsh analogy, it's like the movies that Akshay Kumar is making these days versus the movies that Amir Khan is making. Just look at the movie Prithviraj Chauhan that Akshay Kumar made. It's crappy acting from his side. He's not inside that movie. He's just doing tens of movies at a time. But Amir Khan gets into the character of the movie. So these people, if you, so basically people who do not have skin in the game are very likely to be not mindful or not be inside that situation or be able to empathize with that situation to be able to take a right decision, because they will not have any motivation. They will not have any carrot or any stick or any downside or any upside. So this was one insight that came to me. However, a conflicting opposite insight also came to me after some time, which was that if you have a stake in the decision, then you start getting attached to the outcome. Suppose if you want to open a manufacturing plant and you know that if you open a manufacturing plant in this particular country or this particular city or state, then you will see your market share will increase, and you start imagining and you start becoming greedy. And that attachment to the outcome might bias you, because you start imagining the market share increase, the profits and the monies and everything, and you start dreaming, and that attachment might bias you and you might take the wrong decision. So then what is the right balance? What is the right, is having skin in the game good or bad? So here the final reconciliation that came to my mind is, first of all, you need to have some skin in the game to be able to take that right decision. Then, so that is a prerequisite. Then how will you prevent that situation that you are not being too much biased? The only way to do that is you should not be attached with the outcome. You have to be attached with the process, if you can do that. So basically, if you're taking that decision, for example, you have to immerse yourself in that situation, in that process, gathering information, gathering dots, and you need to let that aha moment or that decision come to you on its own, instead of trying to force it. And if you are attached to the outcome, then that your mind will force, the decision will come, your mind will artificially arrive at that decision if you are attached to the outcome. But if you are attached to the process of finding more information, talking to people, doing market research, talking to customers, talking to employees, talking to customers, now you might think that it will delay the decision. How long will I wait? Here my core belief, I have not experienced this too much because I'm not a business owner, but my core belief, whatever I have read, that if you immerse in that situation, in some time the decision will come to you. And I'm assuming that since it's a millions of dollars and a consequential decision for you, you will be able to wait, right? You can wait a few 1 or 2 months more instead of trying to take a decision hastily and which turns out to be wrong. So let me summarize. The answer to this question is, having no skin in the game is not good, because then you will be mindless in giving inputs to that decision. Having a skin in the game is required. Now, having attachment to the outcome is detrimental. Having attachment or engrossment in the process is the only way. So having skin in the game and being attached to the process of decision making is the only way you will end up with a right decision. And just immerse yourself in the process and then wait for that aha moment, that bulb to light, and the decision to come to you.